everybody, welcome back to AllNaturalKam. I'm Cam, and today we're back with another video. So this is an astrology video on the Mercury retrograde that's currently happening. So, as you read in the title, this is about the Mercury retrograde, things I've channeled during this retrograde, and basic information, like key facts about it that's like actually interesting. But mostly this is like what I've channeled during this Mercury retrograde and what I've channeled for each sign during this Mercury retrograde. Now, of course, you can go and you can look up how this is going to affect each sign and things like that. But this is my personal channeling of each sign and how they feel and what they're feeling. Well, what to like kind of the energy to kind of expect during this Mercury retrograde. So, the Mercury retrograde started September 27th. It's in Libra. Kind of close to it started in Libra season as well. But yes, this just with all this Libra energy, Mercury retrograde is basically, well, a retrograde is when the planet is moving so slow that it moves backward. Like it looks like it's moving backwards, but it's moving slow. And it basically intensifies the planet. So the planet is just intensified in whatever sign is in. So this sign is Libra. Libras, we all know Libras could be indecisive, charming, expressive, emotional. Everybody calls Libra the undercover emotional sign, or undercover water sign. That's what everybody calls Libra. But yeah, but on top of this Mercury retrograde, 5 planets are in retrograde right now, plus Chiron, whatever. But yeah, plus Chiron or whatever. 5 planets are also in retrograde. So Pluto's going to play a big part in this. Pluto's in Capricorn right now. So yes. Explaining more about this retrograde, it goes direct October 18th. So yeah. Not yeah, but I have all these notes here from I was just channeling. I had got random messages and I like asked for pieces of paper, and because the messages were coming so quickly, so I had to write it all down. So don't mind me. I'm just looking at these notes right here that I made for myself. So I feel as though the signs that are going to be most affected, of course you can look it up as well, but the signs that are most affected, they say, is going to be Libra, Gemini, Virgo. So Virgo and Gemini's planet is Mercury. So, of course, they're going to be affected, communication, overthinking, things like that. Basic Mercury retrograde things. Also, that comes with the Mercury retrograde is travel delays, miscommunications, exes and friendships coming back, things like that. That doesn't happen for every sign. But, yeah, that's just the basic thing that happens in Mercury retrograde. Let's see. So, I also feel as though I've channeled the signs most affected is like Aries, Virgo as well. I feel like Aries are affected in this because they're more so frustrated, but I'll get to that when I'm telling you about the things I've channeled for each sign. Libras are similar to their sister signs. So with this intensified Libra energy, what I mean is basically Libras can start a war if they want to, just like their sister sign Aries. People try to call Libra the peacemaker, but this retrograde has been very somewhat confrontational, but in like your own sense of justice type of way, because Libras go hard for justice when it's really going hard for their ego. like that's really just what it is. They're just going hard for their ego. So they're just like, they're kind of pushing their own sense of justice and own perception onto people. So this Libra Mercury retrograde could be very confrontational, or people just kind of expressing what they feel about that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Super indecisive, making rash last minute decisions. I feel that the signs that I said will most be affected, Libra, Gemini, and Virgos. Of course, very much so Libra. You could be making rash decisions, indecisive decisions, procrastinating until you get to those decisions, and then, or like the day before those decisions, and then just saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This energy could be happening a lot, could have been happening a lot up to this retrograde, and then this retrograde just intensified, like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna do it type thing. This retrograde could consist of a lot of anxiety. So when I say that, so this retrograde, I'm calling this like channeling, facing the inner music. So like it's more so an internal retrograde, Libra is it's not going to be outward for real at all. Like, it could be confrontational, but also more so confrontational with yourself. It's going to be an anxiety because, you know, Libra's right between Virgo and Scorpio. It's going to be anxiety like a Virgo, but it's going to be like confidence like a Leo's. Like, so basically when this Libra Mercury retrograde, you're going to be finding your inner self, facing your inner demons. It's a lot of things that's going to be coming up from the past, because, you know, Mercury retrograde brings up the past, overthinking, things like that. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come up from the past, and you're just going to realize, you know, you're better than that situation. Or just, you know, first, the beginning of Mercury retrograde is going to be very intense. You know what I'm saying? When all these feelings hit and things like that, or all these like inner issues, demons, traumas, all that other stuff, when it hits, you're going to be triggered at first, I feel as though. But I feel towards the end of this retrograde, you're going to be more understanding in why certain things happen, or, you know, where exactly things went wrong or something like that, because these could be situations that you felt as though you were wronged or it was unfair. So things like that could be coming up, or you feel like, you know, or you've wronged somebody, things like that. Libras, and oh yeah, it's going to be a very emotionally intense retrograde as well. So you could be feeling things way deeper than you usually do, and that's that Libra right there, because Libras are undercover water signs. So you could be feeling the intensity of a Libra, and Libras are intense. They're kind of similar to Scorpios, but Scorpios are obviously got their own type of deep ocean intensity. But Libras honestly are the side real Scorpios, so they do have a very, very intense feelings and things like that. So you could be feeling things very intense. Also, beware of holding in things until you explode, because Libras tend to do that often. With all this Libra energy in the air, I say Aries, what Aries? Okay. But all this Libra energy in the air, plus this Libra season, happy birthday Libras, if I didn't say that in the beginning, it could lead you to kind of act like a Libra, and you could be just kind of like not expressing how you truly feel, and it ends up a bigger explosion. Now, Libras think they hold stuff in, but honestly, they give little hints throughout the way, and then they explode. That's what I observed. But a lot of misunderstandings, of course, with this Mercury retrograde. Fighting for your truth, I said that. Make things harder than it should be. Exactly. The indecision, things like that. Things could feel harder than they should be. Simple decisions, things like that, like where should you eat, and just simple decisions. Of course, you're not supposed to be signing contracts, working on big deals right now, starting new things like that. But like I said, I put it right here, and I already said to y'all, I feel like towards the end of this retrograde, it's going to be remembering your self-worth, and just remembering, you know, it helps. Realizing that your self-worth helps decision-making processes. Of course, not like where you want to eat, but just saying like with certain situations, if you're having a really hard time making a decision, remember that your self-worth, having stable self-worth, helps making decisions 100%. Like, you know what's best for you when you understand and have that self-love and self-worth. So self-care is also needed. And when I say self-care, of course, Libra season self-care, getting your skin pretty, all this Venus energy, things like that. But what I mean is mentally. Libras are in the inside, they explode 24/7, especially you have with this Libra Mercury retrograde, and anybody who has Libra in their chart or anything like that, sorry if you hear the sirens. But it's just Libras, kind of like their neighbor Virgos, can hold a lot of things in and have a lot of inner issues. It's not stomach issues, could be blood pressure problems. So watch your blood pressure during this Mercury retrograde. It could be, it's mostly blood pressure problems, things like that. But yeah, watch your blood pressure during this Mercury retrograde, because Libras be stressing and they keep everything in sometimes, and it doesn't really, you know, help. But yeah, I've said that. See, I write down notes, but I say it anyway. So it's just like, beware of overthinking. Of course, with the Mercury retrograde, especially to my Libras, Virgos, Geminis, I'm hearing Sag. I'm hearing Caps. But Caps are always focused on money, so don't be overthinking about your money. Yeah. Geminis, Virgos, Libras, Aries, Caps, Sages. Okay, so thoughts. Oh, but I'm telling you right now, thoughts are very powerful because, you know, Libras are air signs. It's in Mercury right now. Thoughts are very powerful. And with all this Libra luck in the air and all this intensity with this Libra, you could come across things that you never thought you could come across. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with the past and things like that. Like conquering that past. You could be, you know, coming across some Libra luck things. I feel as though, like in this Mercury retrograde, if you focus on powerful, great, positive thoughts, you could, you know, like bring luck and blessings, because that's Libra. You know what I'm saying? That's just, yeah. I call it Libra luck. So, yeah. Let's see. Pay attention to the feelings and situations coming up at this time. So situations that could currently be happening right now that's aggravating you or causing you to overthink or triggers you or something like that, coming at you at this time, and go over them. Forgive them. Forgive yourself and forgive them, for they not know what they do at that time, but now you know. Also, I've seen some spiritual numbers, been seeing them a lot. So 644. You could break that down 14 to 5, so numerology 5. 44, break that down to 12, 3, you know what I'm saying? 666, break that down to 18, 9. 9, 12, you could break that down to 12, 3. 8, 56, 11, 5, or 115. The actual number 15 and 13 were the spiritual numbers that I've seen. I'm seeing like very boldly, you know, self-work, courage, faith, and alignment. So yes, angel number and numerology. So yes. Also got some more notes right here. Crazy, right? I just sit here and channel stuff. I love astrology. But, you know, okay, here, so this is the segment where I have like each sign and what I've channeled for each sign. So Aries, I feel plans and plots are not going through as followed, or not going through the way you hoped during this Mercury retrograde. To start new thing, it's definitely not a time for my Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. Also North Node, I hear that as well. Maybe MCs as well. But it's not a new time for you to do reconciliations or to start new things. A lot of frustrating energy, maybe because this is the sister sign energy, so it's a little bit frustrating for you that everybody wants to move a little slow, or they're too indecisive, or, you know, it's just not moving the way you hoped, or things like that. Because the Aries energy seems very fast paced. Like you're just moving, making decisions, and everybody's just like, you know, everybody's like not really moving as fast as you. You're getting mad. Taurus, not that uncomfortable in this Venus energy. I don't feel like they're going pretty crazy, but they could be craving a lot of past connections. And I'm talking about lover wise. I don't know. Taurus felt really horny to me. Don't know what's happening there, but I was just like, yeah, let Taurus do their thing over there. They don't really feel uncomfortable. They just like, I wonder what such and such is doing, you know? My Geminis I seen just a bright light, felt like enlightenment, understanding from different perspectives. So my Geminis are really utilizing this air energy and understanding, using the Libra superpower of understanding from all perspectives, which makes them fake, to understand certain things that Gemini didn't understand in the past that could have got them in certain situations. Because, you know, Mercury retrograde is about past and things like that. So past situations you didn't quite understand. You're starting to understand or look from different perspectives and things like that from things you didn't understand. Because, you know, Geminis can be very analytical. Yeah. And also I think with this Mercury retrograde, you know, the planet of Libra partnerships, you're getting a firm understanding in the boundaries that you want. My Sun, Moon, Sun, Moon, risings, North Node, MC, I feel, and Venuses as well. I feel like you're getting a firm understanding in what you want in your love life, in your boundaries. just from looking at those different perspectives and things like that. For my Cancers, of course, Cancers past, you know, Cancers always, their past is always coming up, or they're always thinking about the past, or that's the stereotype put on Cancers. But I feel like you could be healing from the past, could definitely be in like old friendships and lovers, my risings especially, moons as well. You could be forgiving things that you never thought you could forgive, you know. Definitely with old friends. New information could come up about these situations that definitely help you close a chapter on these situations, my Cancers. Whatever it is, they definitely can help you close a chapter on whatever past situations. Leos. For my Leos, I calculated, that's funny. But for my Leos, I kind of channeled that you were realizing where your pride got you into certain situations in the past and or leading up to now. So whatever situations that kind of like broke your heart or hurt your feelings, you realize how your ego or your pride got you into that situation in the first place, because you knew you shouldn't have been in it. Like, because Libras, like I said, what did I say? It was analyze the situation. Libras are very analytical as well. They're actually very smart. Being the leader of the Zodiac, and you know, any placement in Libra, you kind of knew something was wrong with that situation, but you did it anyway. You stayed in that situation because of, you know, your pride and your ego. Virgos, even though Virgos have this like overthinking energy, things like that, I feel as though but Virgos are always in this energy. They're in that I told you so energy. Virgos are always in this energy. They're in this I told you so energy. So it's just like whatever situation that happened, they're just like, I told you that would happen. Like Virgos could have been dead ass wrong in the situation, but they're like, I told you I was gonna be right. Like no matter, it could be a good or bad situation, but whatever it is, Virgos are in like I told you so energy, because they already overthought this to that point. So Libras, I feel like you're getting the most basic retrograde problems, the most out of anybody. So travel delays, indecisions, misunderstandings, miscommunications, just bumps in the road, things like that. You're getting the basic Mercury retrograde problems the most. Also, I feel like you're getting, with all this intense Libra energy, you're definitely Libra-ing. So you're being Libras to your soul. So you're basically being indecisive. Also, for my Libras, Libras have this thing of being guilty, self-conscious. I feel like you're clearing that out, because certain things are coming up that help you understand that was not your fault. Like, you know, every action has a reaction, and you were reacting, I feel as though. So, I feel like a lot of self-guilt is being cleared out in my Libra placements right now. Yeah, you're moving forward in a lot, because that's really what holds Libras back. The universe always watches out for Libras with that Libra luck. You know, Libras are kind of like got that, the Libra placement got that ting of God's favor, because honestly, God protects fools and babies, and Libras be fools sometimes. They be a fool for their own heart. I'm not gonna lie. So God definitely has a soft spot for Libras, and I feel as though that the only thing really that holds you back sometimes is the self-guilt of certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're moving past that and stop holding yourself back. Yeah. Scorpios, I literally wrote blank. Instead of leaving it blank, I wrote blank, because Scorpios are feeling this intense energy, but Scorpios are intenser. So they're just sitting there waiting on their time. That's all I see with Scorpios, waiting on their time to snap. Because as soon as this retrograde is over, I feel like Scorpios are snapping. Whatever they're doing, they're snapping. And I feel like, because they're just like, okay, we're going to let you have your little moment. But you know, like they're waiting on their moment. So Scorpios, yeah, you're on the back burner. Sagittarius, I think you're realizing what will and will not change. Some things you can't control, Sagittarius. So I feel like you're realizing what you can control, you will control, and what you can't control, you'll let it flow naturally. So yeah, certain things, I mean, Sagittarius can have their control issues sometimes, especially with the people and things they love. Yeah. So my Capricorns, I feel like this energy is just intensifying what you want in a stable life. Like it's helping you, it's literally intensifying my Capricorns to build a stronger foundation, a deeper foundation, you know, something that is going to be built to last. Because, you know, Libra's like luxury, and Capricorns already think about their future 24/7. So when they want this luxury, they, you know, they envision it 24/7. With this energy, they're just kind of overthinking, envisioning it, things like that. Capricorns, I just feel like are working extra hard right now. But then again, you know, Libra is exalted in Saturn. So it's kind of it's kind of comfortable energy for them a little bit. Not kind of like Taurus. Aquarius, I feel like a lot of Aquarius like Libra energy, but they don't like Libra energy. It's a lot of reality checks for Aquarius right now, because the people who are embodying this Libra energy are coming at Aquarius for Aquarius logic, and Aquarius don't really like that. So I feel like Aquarius are going through a lot of reality checks in a lot of past situations, or a lot of current situations, or certain toxic behaviors that they have right now that's affecting their relationship with other people, or things like that. So I feel like they're just going through a lot of reality checks right now. Pisces, being exalted in Venus, and with this Venus energy, I feel like Pisces aren't really, you know, bothered by the situation, but they definitely are having a hard time being as delusional as they want to be. Because, you know, Libras and Pisces are one and the same. They are. But, I mean, Pisces always has that clear difference. You know, being exalted in a sign, you could have, you know, kind of just being adjacent from the sign. You know, Pisces are really good at love. They are. They could have too much love sometimes. But yeah, so what was I saying? Hard to be delusional at this time. Yeah, Pisces are in love, but they're not in love because, you know, Libra has that Saturn still in it, so it still has that kind of reality, and they still have to be in reality. But I feel like my Pisces are just kind of understanding where they exactly want to be in love and how they want to do it. So it's helping them ground themselves, because, you know, like I said, Pisces can be too good at love, and they could be giving out their love to multiple people, and maybe, or giving their love out to the wrong person, and maybe it's time to redirect that to self, because this is about facing the inner music. So I feel like my Pisces are redirecting that to self. But yes, okay, so that is the end of this video. I didn't expect this to run 22 minutes. I expected it to be like 10 minutes max. But yes, that's what I channel for each sign, and that's what I channel for this Mercury retrograde. Tune in to AllNaturalKam for other astrology, you know, tarot, fashion, skincare, TikToks, all of that. Make sure you follow AllNaturalKam on everything. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. Follow me on everything. I really do appreciate you guys watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. I will put the timestamps in the description if you haven't seen them already. I'm pretty sure you have, because you made it to the end of the video. But I'm gonna put them all in the description. So yeah, thanks for tuning in on AllNaturalKam. Bye. Ending this at 23:23.